Good morning, Orange County Association of Realtors. Thank you, Elsie and team, for having us today. I have the pleasure of presenting to you all today some AI tools for real estate marketing, as you can tell in the PowerPoint. And as we get started, I want to invite you to input maybe a zip code or a neighborhood or a city in the chat so we can use that for some searches. And I'm going to show you on how to use some of our features. So super exciting stuff that I'm going to show you today. There's a couple of things that we've updated within our PR, including our scriptwriter that is embedded within the market trends feature, and of course our mobile app. So as we get started, you might want to, double check that you have the latest version of the mobile app, and of course that you know your RPR login. But if you can't get into RPR, don't worry, we can chat about that at the end of the presentation. Sometimes our passwords get expired and we not realize it, or sometimes, you don't remember that if you've created a login or not. So it's all good. But let's get started with some AI tools for real estate storytelling. Thank you so much, Elsie and the team at Orange County Realtors for having me today. I really appreciate the efforts to invite all of you guys to come in and join us. Now, it is morning for you guys, but it is around lunchtime for me. So I am super happy to spend my afternoon or a little bit of it with you all today. So let's dive right into some AI tools for real estate storytelling. I will say, even though I have a slide deck that you're going to see, I'm also going to show you the features live in our PR, and that way you can visualize and exactly follow along in case that's something that you want to do with me. But don't worry, this is not just going to be a PowerPoint, it's going to be definitely more interactive. And if you have any questions that are very specific and you want answered, put them in the Q&A as well, so I can type in the answer or maybe answer live, and that way I can make sure that everything and all the questions get asked and everyone else has access to the answers as well. There are a couple of links also that the staff at Orange County is going to share in the chat for some additional items near the end of our presentation. But all good. So let's go ahead and dive right into our PowerPoint. As I mentioned, today we are going over from numbers to narratives, AI tools for real estate storytelling. So we have quite a few items that I want to show you. There's a variety of features that that the industry is adapting with AI, and a couple of items. And we at RPR like to make sure that we still have the agent's needs in forefront of everything we're doing. All right, so let's go ahead and start. So today we'll cover, it's how to generate some AI-powered market trend summaries, how to add context to key metrics like inventory, pricing, days on market, and trends, and also how to tailor some of your messaging using the market trends feature. And that way you can post, and use that for some of your digital marketing. And I'll also show you how to create some content for social posts, videos, even a blog post and maybe even a social media video, because there's quite a few updates that we've launched into the market trends area. So I definitely want to showcase that to you guys today. All right, so a couple of things in case you're not familiar with RPR. RPR is built for realtors, and it's a national parcel-centric database of everything commercial and residential. So make sure that you remember that when you're looking into the markets or you're researching, that you keep RPR in mind. Now, another item is everything that RPR does for you is with your dues, so there is no cost to anything that RPR does, including the features that I'm going to show you today. There are no cost to anything, at least additional, because you already paid your dues at the beginning of the year, and that's how RPR operates as well. All right. Perfect. Now, as I get started, I do want to remind you everything that RPR does on desktop, we are also translating it to the mobile app. So all the searches, the buyer tours, the market trends, our scriptwriter that I'm going to show you today, along with our shareable content, you can also create it on the mobile app. So everything you can do on desktop, you can also do on mobile, and that way you can have it handy when you're out on the go in the marketplace and you're doing your showings or you're walking through a property with a client. You can exactly create a CMA on your mobile device or create a property report, and you can share it directly from your mobile device. So pretty fantastic stuff that the mobile app can do. In case you don't have it, scan that QR code right there, and don't worry, I'm going to also share the deck with the team at Orange County Realtors, and they can share that with you at the end of the presentation. So super good stuff. All right, so today, what I'm going to show you is how to look up some market trends, and that's why I asked a couple of you to input either a zip code or a neighborhood in the chat so we can create some content using those market trends that are there. So thank you, Justin and Flora, for inputting those items in the chat. Appreciate that very much. So we'll create a couple of searches of the market trends so you can see exactly how the market is doing in this area. Along with that, we'll also, go over how to create a video script in case there are some of you that love creating video content. I'll also show you how to create a blog article using these market trends, some email campaigns that you can use the text for, animated graphics like you see here, and then of course the social graphics and the PowerPoint decks as well that we can create using the market trend search results as well. And you can kind of see on the right side, there's a couple of samples of the materials you can create using these market trends. Now, as I mentioned, the mobile app also has other features, one of them being the property insights. So when you look up a property in the mobile app, you can actually look at what the summary might be, and the app can create the summary for you. You can use it and text it to a client, or you can also play back the audio as you walk through the property and stuff. So it's a pretty fantastic feature that you can use right now. So if you are on the RPR mobile app right now, go ahead and run a search for either a listing or a property. Click that little AI button that you see on the bottom right and click on Property Insights, and you'll be able to create a really nice quick summary. And the system will read it for you as well aloud. So with a voice that our app has. And that way you can kind of hear exactly what the property has in mind. And also it's also great to just share that a property description with other clients as well. So it's pretty awesome to have all of that within the mobile app. Now, within the mobile app, we also have the AI CMA. So make sure that you have the latest version of the mobile app, because that is exactly how you'll be able to create the mobile CMA. We've added a few new features like, tailoring your search results and using the power of AI to help you narrow down the properties that you're looking for in comparison to your subject property as well. And again, it's a really fast analysis. It really saves you a ton of time creating the CMA. And that way you are still, the most trustworthy realtor that your clients will know. So it's pretty awesome to have that available on here. Now, if you see on the right side, it's a kind of a quick preview, but I want to invite you all to see it as well on your mobile devices and run a CMA on any property or listing that you might see within the mobile app. All right. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about the scriptwriter use and how you can use it to enhance your business. So the scriptwriter, you could create all that fantastic materials, but you can use it to create content. It helps you educate your sellers so that way you understand exactly how all of this is stacking. And you can also, create it, use the trends and everything else to prepare your buyers as well to make an educated decision, or so that way they can see how the markets are doing. Now, the other fantastic thing about all of the scripts that you can see on there is that you can also use it for some smart prospecting and really create some engaging posts on social media, and that way your audiences can engage with you. So I will let you know when I share some of these posts and some of these market trends on my personal social media. I get messages from my friends on either LinkedIn or Facebook, as I'm going to show you today, and they ask me if if I'm selling real estate. So if I'm sharing the content and I'm not a realtor and I'm getting messages about, people wanting to list with me or help me have me help them buy a property, that only is, telling of how effective the posts are, and they can really, really enhance the way that you share your stuff. So yeah, it's fantastic. So if it's engaging for me, it's definitely going to create some engagement for you on social media as well. So let's go ahead and continue. But before we do that, I do want to point you into this quick article from our blog that our marketing team put together, how to turn our peer market trends into a pro. So essentially, it'll walk you through how to use market trends, and you can see exactly how they can enhance all of your tools and all of your efforts that you are doing for yourself in marketing. So it's pretty awesome. But not to worry, I'm still going to show you. I'm still going to share this deck with you all at the end of the presentation, and that way you can go and watch the video yourself. And then that way you'll know exactly how to use the feature afterward. All right, so with that being said, let's dive right into the searches. So I'm going to go back into RPR and I'm going to do a market trends search. All right, so here we are in RPR, right? And you can see that there's the different menu items right here, along with these guided walkthroughs or tours right here as well. And we also have the My Markets area right here. So it's pretty fantastic to have this hot sheet right here for you as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to run a search to see how the market is trending. And thank you, Flora, for San Clemente. So I'm going to begin the market trend search. So you can do it one of two ways. In case you are not super familiar with the market trends feature, you can click this guided tour right here and it'll take you click by click on the market trends. So I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to pretend I'm a brand new realtor using RPR for the first time. So I'll click on market trends. It'll tell me exactly how to get started. Follow the prompts and we'll take you on a tour of the shareable market trends. So I'll click show me next. We'll click research. Then it'll tell us to click residential market trends. And for some reason, my bubble is not working. Here we go. Now I'm going to type in San Clemente as Flora showed me. All right, San Clemente, California. Here we go. Wonderful. All right. So now it's showing me how the market is trending in San Clemente right now. So if I click right here on the property types, I can also narrow down my results by property type. Personally, I think single family is probably the best case scenario, just in case that that's exactly the market you're working in. But depends on also the market or the neighborhood that you're doing your search in, because there are some neighborhoods that have more condos, more townhomes, more apartments. So sometimes you might have to toggle in just for that. So I will toggle to single family right here. So that way I can see how the market is trending for that property type. So I'll click apply to all charts. And here we are. So it looks like it's a seller's market for single family homes in the San Clemente area. Now, I will tell you, we have not finished the month of June just yet, so we don't know exactly how the month of June is trending. So we're only going to see right now May market trends. Now, if you scroll down, you'll see that there's additional charts right here that kind of illustrate how the market is doing in those specific areas. So right here, for example, in the main chart, you can see it'll show you the key details like the months of inventory, which is 2.16%. Let me know if that's not accurate at all. 2.16 months, I'm sorry. The sold to list price, which is around 99%, and the median days in RPR, which means this is the amount of time it takes to go from active to perhaps under contract or offer, et cetera, et cetera. Now, this is the median sold price that we are creating as well. And these analytics are using the MLS listing data. So example, we are receiving the sold data, the active data from, CRMLS or whichever MLS you're working under, or the MLS, and you can also see exactly how it's trending right here. Now, if I scroll down, you'll see right here that there's a median estimated value chart right here. And if you hover over a specific month, it'll tell you exactly how the property value was trending in those areas. And if we see now in San Clemente, it's trending way higher than in the county or even in the state and even at the national averages as well. So it's pretty awesome to see. Now, the other cool thing that I'll tell you about these charts is you can share them and create social media posts with these charts in case that's something that you want your marketing to be involved in, or you can also download these charts as well and create your own social media post using the specific graphics right here. Now, with that being said, you can do it with every single chart. You can create the estimated property value chart. You can also export the new listings chart right here. And if you want to create a Facebook post right here, illustrating the new listings trending and how it's doing, you can click the Facebook button. And same thing for the active listings, etc. So there's a lot of updates that you can use the market trends for and showcase all of that on your social media, right? Now let's go back all the way to the top right here. As I mentioned, we can create really fantastic social media content to use on your social media. So what you'll want to do is hit that AI script writer button right here. Now, when we do that, it's going to prompt us to what exactly we want to create. There's a variety of items that you can create here. As I mentioned earlier, you can create a blog article, a social media card that showcases all those trends that you just saw, along with a PowerPoint presentation, a social media video, a client email, and even a video script in case you're a realtor who loves recording the video content and dictating exactly how the market is doing. So yeah, it's pretty fantastic to have all of this available. Now, I will select the tone first and see exactly how I want to sound. So I want to sound confident in what I am presenting to the audience, right? And I can also select the audience right here. So since it is a seller's market, let's say there's just not enough inventory, so that's why it's a seller's market, but I want to get more sellers involved. And of course, since it is a seller's market, there is quite a few more advantages that the sellers might have. So I'll click on sellers, right? And I will create a social media card first. right here. So I'll select that. Then I'll click social card right here next. Perfect. Now it's going to confirm my information as an agent. Technically, I'm not an agent, I'm RPR staff, but it'll have my name, the company name that I belong to, as well as my email, phone number, even my picture and my logo right there. So it's a pretty fantastic item to have on there. We love to, and of course, provide you more tools to continue your branding and make sure that your branding is all up to date. So if you do not see your logo on here, you can still replace it in case your brokerage is not branded, right? So now let's continue and select the background right here. Now you can either go with this picture or depending on the neighborhood and how it looks, you can scroll through these and select a photograph that might better illustrate exactly how that neighborhood looks. Now I am not super sure how San Clemente looks, but I will say that there's a lot of beautiful sunsets in California. So sometimes perhaps I would want to go with a really nice background shot of a sunset. And here we are. Now it's showcasing those market trends that we just saw earlier in those charts. It was the months of inventory right there, along with the sold to list price, and you can generate all the graphics with this and with these market trends in mind. So in case you don't like this image, you can still scroll through and perhaps find a little one or another one that is a little bit more of what the neighborhood looks like to you. So exactly, you can pick something like that, or you could narrow it down if it's an interior photo you'd like or maybe just the exteriors, just like I was showing you just a few seconds ago. Now, as it is social media, right? So sometimes, we want to create the same content with a different size or different elements. So if we want to create this graphic in a story size for Instagram or to create an Instagram reel or a TikTok video, you can also create story right here and it'll format the actual graphic to a story size format. And that way you don't have to go ahead and worry about having to stretch it or anything because it creates all of that for you. Now, if you scroll through again, you'll see exactly that you can scroll through and find other photos. Now, I will say perhaps there's a few of these that don't look like San Clemente, right? So there is a variety of photos you can scroll through and perhaps pick the best one that might fit San Clemente. So we'll go see and find something that might fit. And if not, let me choose the next interior photo. And, this one actually would work. I think that's a fantastic photo to showcase the San Clemente neighborhood as well. Now, because I am creating a social media post, I do want to ensure that I have a great caption to go with that. So when I scroll down, I'm going to click share with caption so the system can write up a caption for me to use on social media. So I'm going to click share with caption right there. And the system will write up to 5 different captions for me to use to share this graphic on social media. So let me select view more captions right here so you can see all of the captions that the system just wrote for me. And here we are. San Clemente sellers, your advantage is clear with only 2 months of inventory. Homes are moving fast, with median days on market dropping 38% to just 8 days. Let's list your home strategically for a swift sale. So that's a pretty cool one. So I like that one. I'm going to click the copy button first, right here, copy caption, right? And what I want to do next is download this graphic. So I'll click save and share. Dun, 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 dun. And here we are. So now it's going to ask me to download my graphic. Here we are. So I'm going to save this in my folder, right? Perfect. So I'm going to save it. Fantastic. Now it's in my computer and this is what it looks like. Let me make sure it opens up over here. So this is what my graphic looks like on my computer, but I want this on social media, right? So next what I will do is I will go back to my social media right here. I'll create a new post with a photo right here. And I'm going to toggle over to where my graphic is saved, select it, create my post. And so since I copied my caption, I'm going to right click and paste. And voila, here we go. So I could change my hashtags, do whatever I'd like, put your name and put sales, real estate, etc., whatever it is that you'd like to do with your social post. So that's one way of creating the social post, and it's pretty epic. Again, we want to include tools that help you with your productivity and again increase all of the prospecting opportunities that you could have. So it's pretty awesome to have these features available. Now, if you want to create another size, all we got to do is go back a couple of steps and create maybe a story size. So I'm going to close this right now. I'm going to save it as a draft. But what I want to do next is create a story that I can use on social media. So I'll create a social story and I'll use the same interior photo right here. Now, I already had created a caption, so I don't have to worry about creating a caption again, but the system will create a caption for you as well, just so that way you know that you can create the caption. So I'm going to click Save and Share next, and now I'm going to download my story item. So this is not a social card, but it's a story card. Here we go. Now, because it is a vertical size, you'll see the difference when I click Add to Story. Here we go. And here's my story card. And voila. So this is exactly how it's going to look. I can also add my own music. I can add text, of course, as Facebook allows you to add that as well. So you can create all of these items right here internally within RPR. So it's pretty fantastic to have this. All right, so let's go back over here and continue with the different types of materials that we can create. Now, this is just a graphic, but we also have the ability to create a social video, even a PowerPoint presentation. So I'm going to continue with the social video because I think that's a huge hit. Lots of audiences love social media videos, and you can really, really tell with your metrics if you're a realtor who tracks how many people have viewed your page, etc. Videos are really, really great attention getter. All right, so now we have 5 different types of videos that we can create. If anybody wants to volunteer what they'd like to see me create, please let me know in the chat. There's quite a few varieties on here. The market snapshot has a different range of things that it shares. So the price ladders, the flagship data visualization, it creates a video in like a really nice summary. Then there's a text summary that simulates like an iMessage or a text message type of conversation that you could be having with the client. And essentially, the client is asking you, the realtor, exactly why they should list with you, or, what the trends are and why it's a good time to sell or, list right now. Now, if you look at a weekly market minute, it is a little bit longer. It's around a minute, but it creates a broadcast style with a ticker bar at the bottom saying, of course, how the market is trending. You can also do a market brief, which is more like a keynote type of video, as well as a social post right there. So I don't see any volunteers of one of you picking a type of video. So I will pick, let me create the market brief video. So I'm going to select that one. Now, depending on the type of content you want to create, you can do a vertical for like a story or an Instagram reel, even a TikTok as well if you'd like. You can also create it in a wide angle, so in case you want to upload it on desktop, and that way people can put it on full screen. Or you can also create a tile 1 by 1 type of graphic right here. Now, I will say every video you can create, you can also add some theme music, so that way it's not static data, and you can actually preview the music right here as well. So what I will do is create the market video. I'll create it in a vertical format. I do want to pick a different accent color than this, so I will go here and maybe I will pick a really rich green right here. I think that's green. I will tell you while I'm colorblind. So if I do get a red and it's actually green, let me know. But I think that's green. Here we go. So I'll pick that color. Next, what I want to do is I want to preview the song choices. So there's this one right here. Just an upbeat, energetic song. And we did work with a local composer as well. But if not, we can do a calm type of song. Even a corporate song as well. Now, I like the corporate, believe it or not. I think it's just a really, really cool vibe to have for that video. So I will select corporate, and I'm going to ask the system to create the brief video next. All right, and it's creating. Sometimes it takes a second depending on your internet connection speed. I will say mine's been running a little slow today, so I'm hoping that it creates the video a lot faster than usual. All right, cross your fingers that I do get it in a good amount of time. Sometimes it takes a couple of seconds or minutes. All right. Looks like it's coming. Now, if there are any questions, I do want to invite you to throw them in the Q&A. I am watching out for any questions you might have about some of these features. All right, so let me go ahead and open that for you in full screen so you can see exactly how it looks. So I'll open it here full screen. And here we are. we are. So that's your video clip that I was just able to create. Now, I will say, because it has my branding, obviously it's my video, but you can create your own videos. And if you have your headshot and your company logo within RPR, it'll add it there for you and it'll get branded exactly how you'd like. Of course, it's to continue that those marketing efforts that you all have. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click download video, save it to my computer right here. Perfect. And I'm going to click to Facebook and upload it right here in my stories again. All right. While that's uploading, Marty, thank you so much for asking that. Yes, there are ways to look at the how-to steps right here within the RPR Learning Center as well. There is, and I can actually show you how to get there because we have quite a few varieties of how to get started with these features. There's so much to learn in RPR that I totally understand if it's overwhelming. But yes, there are steps within our blog that I will walk you through as well. So let's go ahead and venture over there since I know it's quite a lot of information to retain today, but I'm going to invite you over here to the learning area right here. Now, because this is all, social media based as well, we provide you the walkthroughs right here and how to use the market trends. So click on the learn button when you are in the market trends area. Let's say you already finished your search. You can click on learn right here and the system will walk you through right here with these videos. Now, I will also tell you in the blog, you're going to click on view more ways to learn right here. And this is exactly how you can also learn walkthroughs and everything else right here. So if you want to just look at a quick tutorial, click on the tutorial filter right here, and we'll walk you through all of these features and exactly how to use them. So if we're looking for the market trends, we're going to scroll and see if we can find the market trends feature right here. And if not, it'll also be covered right here. So click on market trends right here and it'll tell you your go-to one property. So of course it's introducing you to RPR, but because you want to learn a specific item, you want to definitely click started with residential. Then again with prospecting market trends. So if we find the market trends, it'll be right here as well. So I'll share this link with you in the chat so you can see exactly how this feature works and how to get here very easily. Now it tells you step by step in some of the areas, but if not, if you really want maybe a hands-on approach, our support center also, supports you all in the industry. So click on help right here in the area, in the menu area, and call us, and our support team can walk you through any of these steps in case you're stuck or in case you want to learn exactly step by step. They can also walk you through as well. So it's pretty awesome to have that member support available. Now let's go back over here and exactly walkthroughs will be here as well. There's different areas, of course, in the market trends. And if you want to really learn, I do want to invite you to also register for our upcoming webinars that we have nationwide using this as well. Now, of course, let's go back over here so we could finish up in creating those that presentation. So I was adding the Facebook video right here. Now you can see it's in preview mode. But if I want to share it to my story, I can share it right here very quickly. So let me click share. I'm going to refresh my profile and let's see if it went through. There we go. Okay, view story. All right, looks like it's finishing up. Facebook hasn't finished adding my video, but you get the gist. That's exactly how you want to do it. You go over here to add to story, create photo or video, and then add your market trends video right there. All right, now let's continue over here. We just created a couple of items. We've done a social media card. We've done a social video. So there's quite a few items that we can still do. Let's say you want to start a blog and you are, maybe not so sure how to analyze all of this. You still want to create maybe an engaging content, a blog post, which we're going to use with this market trends article for some sellers, right? So we'll click on market trends article, right? Now let's scroll down and see what kind of article we want to write up. Since we're being encouraging and we're, trying to talk to some sellers on your blog, you do want it to come out maybe as a newsletter node. You can also do an explainer of what, why, and now what. So if you do that one and you can create the content, the system will style all of those market trends into a nice write-up using that specific item. Perfect. I believe, yes, Marty, the staff will share this recording in the Orange County Realtors YouTube channel. So we are all good. Perfect. All right, so let's continue right here. Now, I just created this quick blog article using all of those steps. You can see what's happening, why it matters, now what as the sections of the blog article just got written up in. Now, if I want to copy this, copy the text, I can go and paste it into my, realtor blog or wherever it is that you're creating your text blog. You can also export it to a Word document, a PDF, however it is that you'd like to save this quick article in. So again, there's quite a few ways to use the steps right here as well. So let's click explainer right here and see if we can change the style, maybe a Q&A type of interview in a blog, and click generate content next. All right, there we go. It's working. And here we go. A quick Q&A article that you can also create. San Clemente, May 2026, single-family residences. Question, are prices rising? Yes, the market is heating up with a 9% month-over-month increase in median sold price. Yeah, so there's quite a few questions that, this article came up with that you can use those market trends and embed them into the article. So it's pretty epic, pretty fantastic to have this available. All right, now if we also want to create additional items with all of these market trends in addition to the social media post, click on create report right here. And you can also create a really nice document laying all of this out. So in case you want to create a market trends report, you can also do that. And I'm going to title it Market Trend San Clemente and click continue. Here we are. Now, in case I want to share this with one of my clients in a presentation or however it is, I can review this document and share it with them directly from here as well. So you'll see all the market trends got exported into a nice document format that you can share really nice and easily. Now, if you are done customizing all those charts and everything, you can click the share button right here. Let me finish this up. You can save the report as a dynamic link. Now, the cool thing about this report is that you can copy this dynamic link and share it with a client or even have it up on your website. And again, it'll also, it'll refresh itself every 48 hours. Flora, can we see a sample of a PowerPoint? Fantastic. Yeah, I'll go back and create a PowerPoint as well. All right, so if we share this report via dynamic link, again, this report will self-update every 48 hours. So if you share these market trends with a potential client or on your website, exactly, it'll refresh every 48 hours. So it's pretty awesome to have this available as well. So let's go back to the market trends. So we'll click research again, residential market trends right here. And I will do another area because I think I already did San Clemente. So I will do 92675. 92675. Here we go. Perfect. Thank you, Justin, for sharing that right now. And I'm going to click single family next. And let's create a PowerPoint in the AI scriptwriter tool with some sellers in mind. And I'll do it in a professional way. So it's pretty awesome to have this feature as well. So PowerPoint presentation right here, scroll down, generate content. Now it will ask you to also customize the PowerPoint, like in terms of color, the type of font you want to use, and that way you can really make it your own. Here we are. If I want to choose a custom color combination, I can, but I'll stick to the RPR blue, and if not, maybe a teal right there. And I personally like the really bold font. But before you download the PowerPoint, it'll tell you exactly what each slide will have. So there will be a slide for the market insights, for the pricing momentum, inventory and supply, and days on market. So I will click download PowerPoint. Here we are, and I will do Orange County. Voila, and let me launch that. Ooh, gotta exit full screen from the deck. Here we go. And here's the new deck I presented. Let me turn off my video because it looks like my computer's slowing down. All right, but here we are. Can everyone see the PowerPoint? I believe you should be able to. Let me exit this one just for now so we can focus on the other one. Here we go. Awesome. So we just created this PowerPoint using the market trends. And you can kind of scroll through and see what each of those slides has, the market snapshot that I mentioned, the market type, the pricing momentum, inventory and supply, just like it told me it would over here as well. So it's pretty awesome to have this feature available. Now, if you scroll through, you can also see at the end, it'll have your branding added for you, just as long as you have your picture and everything. Now, if you don't like your picture, you can still edit this PowerPoint because it is a fully editable PowerPoint file that was created for you. Now, it won't have the RPR logo because it is branded to your company, so it will have the company or brokerage that you belong to as well. So it's pretty awesome to have this available. Thank you, Flora, for mentioning the PowerPoint. Fantastic. All right, now let's venture back over here to our original PowerPoint just to make sure I don't miss anything. So let's go back over here and look at the items that we are supposed to be learning about. All right, so we just created the AI-powered market trend summaries. We also added the context to key market metrics, like looking at all the graphics as well. We were also able to create the tailored messaging for the different audiences using the items right there and create some content for social posts, videos, and emails. Now, is there anything in particular that I may have missed or that I may have gone too quickly over? Let me know in the chat as well, or feel free to raise your hand as we venture into RPR, because there is so much that you can learn how to do right here within RPR, right? So let me face back into the PowerPoint super quick to make sure I don't miss anything. All right, perfect. Now, as I mentioned, there still is a lot to learn from RPR, so I do want to invite you over to visit our website and our blog as well. While I have you here, I'm going to give you a couple of little items for homework, which would be locate at the residential market trends in your area. I want you to, locate and create the script icon, which is the one I showed you, and explore the various tones and audiences, as well as share an analysis. I wish I had some prizes for you, but I don't today. So just in case you want to get started again to do this, we do have these webinars happen all the time, also in a national basis. But of course, I'm only showing this to you guys in Orange County as well. So love getting to hear from you all in the Orange County area. But of course, let me know if there's anything in particular that you would like also to go over further while we finish up. Now, as I mentioned, the Learning Center in RPR, we do have quite a variety of materials. We have the live and pre-recorded webinars, just like today's. And we also have on-demand video tutorials of, all the walkthroughs that you can watch. And again, there's also printable handouts and ebooks that you can use to learn RPR better and use it in your everyday business. So there's ebooks and handouts on there for deeper dives into the topics in real estate and of course RPR. So I want you guys to also bookmark it, blog.narrpr.com/learning. Definitely keep it in your browser as it's extremely important to know where everything is to learn how to use RPR better in your everyday business. So I definitely recommend, there's so many features in RPR that are very successful in helping the agents become better agents out there and better realtors out there as well. Now, lastly, what I want to do is invite you over to follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. We post a ton of content all the time, fun walkthroughs, practical insights, and all the updates of all the good stuff that you just saw a couple of minutes ago. Now, I don't have a lot more to share, so if that is it, thank you all for joining me today. Feel free to include a question in the chat or a quick message. I would love to hear from you all. I know the staff there at Orange County does a phenomenal job keeping you guys all well informed of everything that we do here at RPR. So that kind of brings us to the end of our time together. Kept it nice and tight within under an hour. So I want to make sure that everyone took really good notes. And if not, again, this is being shared with you after the session as well. Perfect. Elsie, is there anything I may, need to announce or share with you all in addition to what I just shared? All right, perfect. Yes, thank you so much for sharing that in the chat. We have two more upcoming sessions. Price Like a Pro RPR CMA, The Secrets Unlocked on July 29th. So there's the registration link right there. So make sure you enroll. We also have one on August 14th from Research to Results, the RPR Prospecting Playbook. Yeah, so take a quick look at the chat as the staff added in. There's quite a lot to learn in the next two sessions. So definitely save them, register for them. We're going to have a blast in those days as well. And again, there's a lot that you can use RPR for in your business. So thank you, Elsie, and thank you, Orange County, for having me today. I appreciate you very much. And I hope to see you all in the very near future.